Welcome back. We're back again at Live Clean Talk Dirty with yours, Jess and Liesel. We hope you've had a great week.
Yes. How's your week been? Good?
Yeah, really good.
You always have a good week.
No, I don't. This is untrue. It's just that prior to the pod, you get all, this week is terrible, this is what's happening. And then I get on pod and I feel so relieved and it's all off my chest that I'm like, yeah, actually, it's good. Maybe we should stop messaging.
So everything that we said last week, where we go, we don't like to be fake, right?
It's not fake. It's just we've processed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we get to the pod, we're like, whoa, I've worked through all that.
Yeah. I like it.
How's your week been?
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah. Still working at the house.
Yep, always.
Don't
even bother updating anymore. What's the point?
We shouldn't even ask that question on the pod anymore.
Nah, it's boring. Boring chat.
Forever
Old
romance.
Forget about it. So, yes. Right. This week is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of a little twisty.
Yeah.
We're doing questions, aren't we?
We're doing questions.
We just put it out there and said, ask us anything, which is a bit rogue, actually.
It was a bit rogue. And then when people started sending in their questions, I was like, whoa, was this such a great idea?
Yeah.
Do you really want to know that?
Yes. So we might not have answered everyone's questions, but we have kind of picked a few out and we're just going to see how we get on with the ones that we think might be
relevant to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
And then we will fill this time with your questions. And who knows, if this is a hit and we get some positive responses, we'll do it again.
Yeah. So we've got a mixture of kind of questions that relate to season 1.
Yeah.
And there's a few in there around season 2. So where do you want to start? How shall we go with this?
I think we just start at the top and work our way through because it's a mixture, right? So we haven't categorized anything.
Okay, so maybe I'll start with you. I'll throw it at you. So one of the questions that we've received is most common toxin to avoid.
Okay, so this relates to season 1, I think, when we were going through the names of the toxins and educating about that. If we put every person's individual health goals aside, like what problems they have or health concerns they're experiencing, I would say the easiest to avoid or the one that you can spot the quickest, not the easiest to avoid by no means, but the quickest to spot is perfumes or fragrances and products because they're massive endocrine disruptors. So that was my first one that I avoided, but I would say that's something you don't have to remember. The other two that I'm going to mention here is the forever chemicals and then the phthalates. So look at those, look at anything with phthalate in it, and that is what I would avoid because that's the most common. And if you cut out the most common, then you're left with the least common. And so chances that you'll be exposed to them is then reduced. So that's what I would start with. So anything that has fragrance, perfumes, phthalates, or forever chemicals in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. Next one is, what is your favorite low tox product to date?
I'm still a big fan of the shampoo.
Oh my gosh, I was going to say the same thing.
The Attitude shampoo. Now, the only reason I say that is because, and now I've found the one that I like because some of them I don't really like the smell because it's a bit meh.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't really. And I do like a nice smell. And I know we spoke about this, but I do actually like a nice smell for my hair, like in the shampoo. But when you squirt it out into your hand, I'm like, oh, it doesn't really. It's not a nice smell. It's not like oh, that's quite nice. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Anyway, I like the purple one.
I haven't tried the purple one.
Yeah, so it's just new, as in new for me. I've only
Okay.
just bought it. I quite like that.
Okay. I'll give that a go.
And the reason I really like the shampoo is because I had run out, and this was a while ago, and I'd used a normal shampoo, and my hair went itchy
Okay.
and flaky.
Okay.
I might have said that before. So it was like it had reacted a little bit, or maybe it's quite drying. But then when I go back to the Attitude, it takes a few washes to get back to normal, and then I don't have any problems.
I also have to say, out of all the products so far, well, there's two. That's the first one, definitely shampoo. But I also think it's because of the frequency that we use it. I mean, that's
How often do you wash your hair?
probably every 2 to 3 days.
Oh wow, that is dedication.
But it's gym.
Yeah, I know. But
That's
I
why.
try and avoid that actually, and do it maybe like twice a week.
Babe, you work from home.
Yeah, fair.
It's a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
There's a
yes, you're
handful of people that see you.
Yeah, I don't really care. Slick Rick going on.
It's gel. Do you remember that gel phase in the 90s where it was like, or was it Westlife? Or those band boys that have more gel in their hair than there was in the shelf in the shops. So that's one. The other thing that I have done is replace my perfume with essential oil rollers. So I find that it has really helped that, because perfume is a really hard one to give up, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm not on that journey yet.
But I would say that's, in terms of impact, those would be my two most or biggest ones.
Okay, yeah. If you could only buy one organic product, what would it be?
Okay. Organic is expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive.
Everything is expensive.
Life breathing
is
actually is expensive, to be fair.
It's expensive. If there was only one product that I would say you have to buy organic if you buy it, is strawberries. That is like the top one. If you're not going to buy organic strawberries, do not buy them. Because out of all the strawberries that they sampled in terms of pesticides, most of them had 22 or more pesticides on them. Jeez. So you don't want that in your body. Like, rather not eat them, because you're not going to get health benefits from strawberries if they are that lathered in chemicals. So please, that's just one. But I'm at that point now, because organic is so expensive. If I can't afford it, I just don't buy it. In terms of, like, if strawberries are out of season, especially, they're more expensive. If I then can't buy them, I just don't. I look for other ways to get the same vitamins or minerals into my body. So that would be the top one. Top travel destination, Jess. What is your top travel destination?
Whatever.
Yeah.
I've been to quite a few places, to be
Well,
fair.
that is why these people send in these questions.
I don't know why everyone seems to think that I'm a travel advocate. I mean, I do.
I don't know. Maybe because every time we speak to you on the pod is, so I've just come back from. Where were you this week? Well, I was on holiday. Even our builder says to me, "Is Jess in the country this week?"
It's becoming a theme. I need to keep it up. It's not a bad theme. It doesn't feel like I'm on holiday all the time, but maybe it was because, Anyway. Oh, I don't know. That's really, really, really hard, because everywhere that I've been has had a very significant kind of memory and nice thoughts that go into it. Don't really know, to be fair. I couldn't give you a top one. I love going skiing. It is great. The whole environment, it is just unreal. Scenery is just fab, and you're doing a great sport. So that is definitely always top. But, New Zealand was fab. Australia was fab.
Oh my gosh, we're going to go through the continent. We can't answer any other questions on this pod
No.
today because
Basically,
we're reminiscing.
that question I'm going to have to avoid. I'm really, really sorry. Yeah.
So top tip is just go and travel.
Just go traveling. Go find it. Go enjoy what you're doing. Go to different places. Don't do what everyone does, as in the tourist stuff. Go walking. Go searching. Like I like to go to... we never do all inclusive. We'll book a hotel or a guest house or whatever it is, and then go to different restaurants, and then you end up walking around and you find nice places. Use Instagram, use Google reviews to find places that are really nice that other people like, and then you end up finding more local locations that the locals like. And I prefer to do things like that rather than follow the trends. Yes. What about your top travel destination, actually?
That's tough. It is a tough question because every place comes with so many beautiful, unique experiences. But I definitely would say, okay, let me tell you my worst. Going to a hotel holiday. Do you know where you go to a resort?
Oh, yeah, and then you like pushed around like sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I'm not a fan of
that
that.
you don't go anywhere outside those gates, and that's all you do. And there's so many people, and it's always buffet style, and I don't like that. I'm definitely more book into a local B&B or Airbnb or something like that, and then go and explore. Get really integrated into the local cuisine and culture and things like that. So yeah, but I also agree with you, just go and travel. But I never leave the UK in the summer
Interesting.
because I'd rather go away in the winter. So in the summer we do a lot of local stuff, a lot of National Trust places, a
Yeah.
lot of little weekends away, going
Yeah.
to the coast for the
Yeah.
day and really enjoying England because there's so many beautiful places
There
here.
are a lot of really nice places in the UK, to be honest.
So I in the summer that's where we focus on, and then outside of the summer then we will do other holidays. So that's that. Okay, next question. Funniest activity you have ever done? Funnest activity you've ever done?
I don't know.
As a rollerblading.
I don't think I've ever been rollerblading, but I did look it up.
I know. I got the link.
Are we talking adrenaline, do you think?
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. I've done loads of different activities, so I find this really challenging. What about you?
I love anything with water sport. So
Yeah.
anything that's on water or around water, I love that. Did shark cage diving, jet skiing, water skis, anything on water. I love that type of
Yeah, I like
activity.
that, actually.
Because it's also in the sunshine usually, and it's warm, and but it's physically tiring, but you've had good dose of sun. So I love that type of thing.
Yeah, we enjoyed, or I really did like the blackwater tubing when we did that in South Africa, and we did jet boat riding in New Zealand, which was fab. Water stuff is quite good,
Yeah.
but then I did a skydive for the second time, so I must have enjoyed that for some reason.
I will never have that on funnest activity I've ever done. I wouldn't even attempt it.
But I mean, skiing is really great. Like, it's really great.
Have you always skied?
Yeah.
Age?
5 or 6.
Okay, I've still got some time with Grace.
So no, that is fab. I don't know, loads of stuff really. Depends what mood I'm in.
Outdoors.
Outdoor stuff.
Always outdoor
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, great. So we get this question a lot, actually, and it's, is the video coming back? So for season 2, we decided that we weren't going to video ourselves. We don't know if it's coming back yet. We're just seeing how it goes. When we did a bit of a vote to see if people watched us on the video or if they just listened to us, the percentage was more about listening rather than watching. So
And it was quite significant.
So we're just going to see, we've been seeing for this season how it's been going. It means I don't have to make much of an effort in how I look. So it's quite beneficial for me, in total honesty.
I mean, that outfit is quite thrown together.
Yeah, of course it is.
So,
Yeah, I've got my work gear on.
yeah, she's ready to clean some bricks. So yes, we'll keep you posted. Maybe season 3, but we will see how it goes. So, what is your personal aim of your low tox lifestyle? So, what is the aim of it? Like, why are you doing it? What do you want to achieve through it?
I think personally, it's a bit of an education piece.
Okay.
Learning a lot more that I didn't know. I also like that I'm using products which are not having as big a impact. I really like that I'm using cleaning products that I can put on the floor and I know they're safe for my pets. I like that. I couldn't tell you if it's going to make me live longer. I can't tell you that.
Well, none of us know that.
You know, if it helps towards that and also keeps me healthy, and I don't get as many illnesses in the future, then I see that as a benefit. But because you can't physically measure it, so because there isn't 2 of me, as in one person continue as I was.
Yeah, like a control group.
Yeah. It's probably quite hard to know if it is working. So I guess it's just see how it goes. If I stay healthy, great. And I don't have as many ailments in the future, fantastic. Yeah, I don't know really. It's not really thought about it like that. Have you?
I mean, when I wrote the question down from Instagram, I was like, what is my aim in this? Because we're all fairly new to this.
Yeah.
Well, you and me are fairly new to this. And my aim is really just to be the best version of me that I can be. And
But then how do we know that?
Because you're improving every day, aren't you?
Yeah, I suppose.
Like the mistakes you made as a 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you're not that person anymore.
Yeah.
You've improved as a person. And now for me, whether that's physically improved because I exercise more and my focus is on building muscle, or whether that's mentally that I don't cry every morning that I have to go to work or get upset at family members or anything like that, anything where there's an improvement. And my health is just key to that. So if research for me shows that this is bad for you or this is having a detrimental impact because research has come out with that, then I'm going to explore that area because I want not me as a person necessarily, but my body too, to be the best that it can be. I want to optimize my body. Because if you didn't,
Yeah.
I would not be cooking vegetables for lunch today.
No.
I'd be ordering Domino's. Probably twice a day. Because I love it. But that's not optimizing my health.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my aim. My aim is to optimize my body, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. And by not putting chemicals into my body, I know that from a chemical reaction point of view, that is helping to optimize my body.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's my aim there.
So, what is the most surprising fact you found out on your journey so far?
The sheer volume of chemicals that are around us,
Yeah,
I think,
agree
is
with
a
that,
major one.
It's everywhere, isn't it?
It's,
And also, people don't know about it. Or maybe they do, but we're kind of a bit in denial, maybe.
or like one of my,
Maybe we're all like we've all been in, what's the word?
trance.
Put in a trance.
So don't know, we're oblivious to the world around us.
Yeah.
I just think that it comes down to education and it comes down to once again, what we spoke about last week, who do you want to be as a person? We are all going to die. And one of the sayings I do not...
Suddenly just got very morbid.
I'm sorry if this is the first time you've heard that. I broke that news to you. It is inevitable.
I'm thinking about going down the funeral business, actually.
It's probably going to be more lucrative than what you and I are doing
You're never
right
gonna be
now.
out of business, are you?
Oh my god.
Moving
You
on.
do look good in black, though. But for me, it's about how you get there. Now, there's always the exception to the rule, but and one of the worst sayings that I really dislike is the one, well, we all have to die somehow, so I might as well carry on smoking, or I might as well carry on drinking, or I might as well do whatever I do. That's fine. If that's once again who you want to be as a person, how you want to age, then that's something you're choosing. Yeah. And so for me, it's about knowing or being aware and educating myself, because I don't want to be crippled at the age of 60 because I'm so worked up to death, to the bone. And I haven't had time to look at my health. So I'm just going to now try in my 60s to enjoy my pension that I can't enjoy because I'm constantly having to go to the doctor because I have 10, 20 different illnesses. So for me, it's about longevity. It's about how long in the years that I am given can I be healthy for. That's my challenge. And I want to make that as long as possible. So that was for me a shock, the sheer volume of toxins that are around us that are impacting our health. And I just don't think it's acceptable. I don't think it should happen. Why? I bought, what did we buy? Oh, I was looking for toothpaste for Grace yesterday at the shops. Do you know that every single toothpaste for under 2-year-olds has sugar in it?
That's it.
Please explain to me why under 2s, anybody really, why is there sugar in toothpaste? I don't understand it. Why is the government, and it's not the government's fault, but why are we allowing sugar to be in our products for our children and then talk about tooth decay and our NHS? We can't even afford to get children signed up at the GP anymore because at the dentist, there's no spaces. Dentists are so... But you're putting sugar in their toothpaste.
Yeah.
Why is that allowed? So maybe stopping putting sugar in the toothpaste rather than trying to treat the other end of it is more of a solution. But yeah, it was just the sheer shock of you have to basically choose everything. The other surprising thing I would say is how inaccessible things are that are non-toxic.
And how much research you have to do to get it. Bit of pain, actually.
It is, but that becomes overwhelming, and then people go, do you know what?
Can't be
bothered. Don't have the time, don't have the energy, don't have the finances, don't have the knowledge, whatever it may be, whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then you don't do it.
I know.
And then you start suffering from it. And we have a responsibility there to
Vicious circle, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Another question then is, any tips for stain removers on clothes?
There is a great product you can get on Amazon. I'll link it. It's a little spray. I will link that for you because I can't quite remember what the full name of it is and I don't want to get it wrong. We can link that. The other one is if you put bicarb and vinegar together, that also works really well. But you'll have to soak it in it for a bit.
Won't you?
But it has to also be immediate, so don't do it like after the stain has been there for 3 or 4 days and it's dried up, especially on children's clothes, but it's immediate removal, then it works quite well, but you have to soak it. Bicarb and vinegar works for almost everything because it's acidity and alkaline that you put together and that causes that beautiful reaction. But sometimes you do need something a bit harder, as one of our listeners said to us, texted us about. Sometimes you just need that extra bit of more strength for harder to reach places. So I'll link that for you.
Good. What else what other questions we got?
This was a really lovely question. Where do I start with all of this?
Oh dear.
So they've just started listening to the pod and started at episode 2 and was like, where do I even start? So
don't do what Liesel does. Don't chuck everything out. Just don't.
it's too expensive.
Just don't do it. Well, it's that little acorn thing, isn't it? Little acorns build oak trees. So
literally never heard that saying.
Really?
No.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. A little acorn will one day make a gigantic oak tree.
Aww.
So you have to think about it like that. What did I change? I can't remember what I did first.
Surface cleaner.
Yeah, surface cleaner. That's what I did. So maybe just pick one product that you use frequently and go on EWG and look for something a little bit different. And if you can buy it in the UK and swap that out and just start with one thing. Don't focus on a room. Focus on one thing.
Yeah.
That you use a lot. Or it might be go and change a makeup product. Or go back to one of our... actually, just keep listening. Just keep listening. And you'll get to an episode where we've done lots of tips and things that you can buy, haven't we?
We have. So just start at the big...
Go on the link tree. Then you'll be able to find the products that we've actually talking about.
Yeah, the highlight section.
Yeah.
There's so many. This is can be very overwhelming journey, and you don't know where to start. But start, like Jess says, with one product. Start in season 1, episode 2, 1 or 2. Don't have to start with the pilot, but start in the beginning and just change one thing once a month.
Yeah.
Or once every 2 months, or as something runs out, or the thing that you use the most. Like I would say, that will make the biggest impact because that's the most toxic load you get, and it's because of the frequency that you're using it.
Or even don't necessarily have to do that. Just maybe start looking at ingredients.
Yeah, but I still don't know what they mean.
No, I don't.
But you have to
that's why I
educate
text you,
yourself.
and then you probably have to Google it.
That's-
So you're kind of like my admin.
I am your admin. I am 100% your admin.
What does this mean?
I always think like, oh, Jess sending me a picture. No.
What is this? Is this good or bad?
It's good. What do we think about this?
It's so true.
So, yeah, welcome if you're only starting your journey now. You have an exciting and educational time ahead of you.
Don't be overwhelmed though. It's not worth it.
But it's worth carrying on with it. Seasonal allergies and asthma. What is the top thing that I can change in my house for this? Oh, air purifier.
Open your windows.
Open your windows, especially when you're hoovering or vacuuming. And air purifier. 100% air purifier.
I know, but
air
they're expensive,
purifier.
aren't they? They're expensive.
But it depends what you can get the most basic one. The one we have is now, say, about 160, 170 quid. Does a beautiful job. But if that is, it really does. It does.
It's like it. Yeah, the cleaner does a beautiful job. Fantastic, actually. Can't rate it enough, actually.
Listen, Han, if you cannot appreciate the very, very small things in life, then we've got a lot of work to do.
Fantastic job, actually.
Do you not appreciate Henry the Hoover?
Well,
or your Dyson?
Oh, no, I don't actually. Dyson does my head in.
I don't do Dyson anymore.
I think I ruined it, actually.
We ruined ours, and then we got Henry. And Henry is...
hairs trapped in it all the time.
No, you need to get Henry.
Yeah.
Henry's a babe. So, we have one more question.
No, but that didn't expand very much on that, I don't think. Get an air purifier, open your windows. Surely there must be other bits and bobs that we can do for that.
The number one thing you can do if you have seasonal allergies in your house...
Stay inside.
No, that's never a solution. And asthma.
Don't touch the grass.
And this is just a personal recommendation because this is something that I've done in our home is get an air purifier.
Okay.
Because all the mold and dust and spores and everything that you have in your house can be filtered through that air purifier. So that will massively reduce it. It took my daughter from wheezing at night and waking up coughing to sleeping through the night.
So is that just one for the whole house?
Yes, depending on your square footage.
Can you get them for square
Yeah.
footage then?
So you work out the square footage of your house, and then you can decide how big your air purifier needs to be. If you can only afford one, a small one, that is fine. Put it in the room where you spend the most time with. Move it from your living room during the day to the bedroom at night. When the child goes to have dinner and eat, put it in their room so that it's already cleaning the air before it goes to sleep. It makes a huge difference. One of the main aggravators in the house is dust. So cleaning, really like vacuuming or hoovering, dusting, and then switching on your air purifier to get that all into the filters is the best advice I can give there.
Nice.
Okay, we are going to end with your top 3 book recommendations for this topic, for any topic. What are the 3 books that you've read that you would say that stand out for you or are currently reading? Or I can go first. Jess looking so confused. Jess has only started reading books now. But you read multiple books at a time.
Yeah, this is the problem.
Oh my gosh.
And I never finish them.
I could not. But your bedside is just like 10
Yes.
books stacked next to
Yeah,
you.
no, and I've started most of them.
You know the movie The Holiday with Cameron Diaz?
Bad movie, that.
That is my
Literally
favorite
Such
movie.
a good movie, yeah.
When she's on the plane, when she's like, I want to read all the books that I always buy but never read. And then she goes on the plane and she's just got this stack of books next to her. That image reminds me of your bedside table. It's just books. I'm a read one book at a time kind of person.
Should be more like that, but there we go.
I know, but we always have room for improvement.
I've still not finished the Atomic Habits.
So, is that your first book recommendation?
Not really. But it's good, but it's not my favourite book in the whole world.
The whole world. That's I didn't say that. I said top 3 book recommendations for now that you have read.
I don't know, because I have... Right, you're going to have to answer this one, because I'm not that great at reading books, clearly.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Oh, yeah, that is a good book, actually. I have read that. That is a good book.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad is definitely up there for me.
Yeah, that is a good book.
Atomic Habits is a really good book. For those of you who haven't read it. Changing the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah, see, I hear about this, but I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. I'm getting up at 6 a.m. I'm not getting up at 5 a.m.
So you can just change it to the 6 a.m. club.
Yeah.
The Psychology of Money is really good.
These are all very much development books.
Self-help.
these. Yeah, like, this is alarm bells here.
No, it's not alarm bells. This is the period of our life that we are in at the minute, is self-development. We're growing as human beings. I mean, if I was in my 20s, I'd probably be listing romance novels. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're quite good. Like reading a juicy book.
Okay.
Or something you can really get into, like a thriller.
I don't do thrillers at all.
No, I can tell.
I don't do thrilling. I don't do bungee jumping, bridge jumping. No thrill here.
I know what I'm working with here.
No. It's balance between us. What other book recommendations?
I need to work on this. I might have to come back about the books.
We'll link them anyways on our Instagram. Atomic Habits, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Money Psychology. It's all about money at the minute because we're doing house renos. The Barefoot Investor is good. If you're looking at essential oils, there's the really lovely book called Advanced Oil Magic, which is good to get you started. Change Your Brain, Change Your Life by Dr. Amen. That's really great. So, yeah.
See, I'm more of a cookbook kind
Right,
of fan.
go. Like what?
Well, I'm a big fan of Mob.
Okay.
Mob Kitchen.
So good. This is where your Wednesday night recipes come from.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well, I do use Mob quite a lot.
Okay.
And also I like the book where you chuck everything in a tray, all all the ingredients into a tray.
Oh, that
That's
sounds
really good. I
interesting.
can't remember what it's called, but
We'll post a link to that on there.
see, I could tell you more about cookbooks than what I can self-development because
But that's okay. It was about your 3 favorite books.
yeah, I like cookbooks really at the minute because and I've got another air fryer book where you just chuck everything in the air fryer. That's quite good too.
Chuck everything in and cook
Chuck
it.
it in. Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you for that question. We were clearly stunned by it. So we'll
need to work on that.
link our book recommendations for you. Thank you for every single person who submitted a question for us.
Have you got a question for me?
I'm gonna make it really hard. I'm gonna make it really hard.
I'm being sick in my mouth, yeah.
My question for you with regards to live clean, talk dirty.
Oh, yes. What's gonna be?
What advice can you give to someone who is struggling with the next step in their low toxic journey? So whether that is mental, physical, DIY recipes, if someone's just stuck in a rut and doesn't know where to go next.
Well, you could always DM us.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe don't think about it for a little bit. Stop trying to make a change. Take the pressure off. And then clear.
I love that.
Because otherwise, you're just not thinking with a straight head. Just continue doing what you're doing. And then when you're in a bit better frame of mind, better mindset, a little bit clearer, feeling a bit more positive, then actually, okay, I can make one change. You know, I've built myself up again. But don't put the pressure on, just take it off. That's what I would do.
Really great advice. Well done.
Thanks very much.
Do you have a question for me?
Okay. What are you going to be doing different in the next 6 months from now? One thing that's you're going to be doing different.
I am going to intentionally book time out with my beautiful little family and planning, whether it's a weekend away, whether it's a day at the beach, but I need to set that as, that's a change that I need to make because I'm very focused on my number one value in my life is serving. That is what my number one value. The problem is when you're so busy serving everybody else, you forget the people around you. And so I want to really, in the next 6 months, focus on that, booking a holiday with them, taking time out with them, and really not even making it this massive event that has to happen in 3 months' time, but really just carving out the time.
Yeah, I agree. That's nice. Like, that's why we do the Wednesday meals. It's a little bit different. It's not what we always do, but it fits into life. And then,
I mean, you still have to eat.
Yeah, still have to eat. And then also kind of knowing, right, actually this weekend we're going to Norfolk, or that's what we're doing. And we're going to go walk on the beach. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, and that's a really good example. It doesn't have to be we're flying to Turkey in August.
Yeah.
It is just about, right, on Saturday we're going to drive to Norfolk and go on the beach and have an ice cream and then come back home, because that is just as
different, and it kind of breaks things up, and then just something a little bit different to do. You should make time to do that.
Yeah, so that's my one thing.
Love it.
So, challenge for you lovely listeners this week is one thing that you are planning on changing. One thing that, from the questions that we've had, is
or doing different,
whether that's adding it into your rhythm or taking it out or ending it. What is one thing that you want to change? And look out for our Instagram, where we'll be posting the question box for you to fill in. So please like and review this episode if you have gained even something from it. Even if you've just had a little giggle, please review it for us, so we can carry on doing this for you and meeting you right here every Thursday in your car, in your homes. We've locked yourself in the cupboard to hide from from children. We'll see you next week on Live Clean Talk Dirty with your host Jess and Liesel. Join us then.